Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I have discovered another way yet to make paper flowers, and it is using coffee filters, and that's not new. We've all done that before, but I've kind of come up with a little bit different method to make these kind of paper flowers. I hope you can see them. Some of them I put a little pearl down inside, and some I just put some seed beads. There's little seed pearls down in that one. This one had some little copper colored seed beads down inside. So if you would like to learn how to make these, stick around. I'm fixing to show you. Okay, so this is just the way I do it, and I just thought these looked like little cabbage roses. I thought they were so cute. So I'm going to just move them back a little bit. Okay, so what I'm using is a brown coffee filter. Now, it doesn't have to be this cone type of filter. It could be, anything. Look at the ink. I got ink all over my hands. It could be any filter. Doesn't matter, as we're going to cut it. So I just kind of folded it in half, not including that seam right there. And we're going to start out by just cutting a circle. Now, if you can't cut a circle, it doesn't matter, because it certainly does not have to be perfect, okay? But when you fold it in half like that, now you've got 4 layers of coffee filters. So we got 4 pieces here. Okay, and this is just a little method that I did a video on a while back, so this is nothing new right here. But you fold it in half. Fold your circle in half, put your thumb at the middle of that fold right there, and then fold this one forward about 1/3 of the way, and fold this one backwards about 1/3 of the way. Okay, did that make sense? See how that goes? So this one goes over, this one goes back. All right, and just like we did on the other tutorial that I did, you go in, cut in, not at the bottom, but just in a little bit, and then make a little round, or it can be a point. I'm making mine kind of look like roses, so I don't want necessarily a point. Now, that's the same as we've always done it, but here's where we're going to do something different. I've got these glimmer mist guys, secret flowers, and red rain boots. Now, if you do not have these, any kind of a spray glimmer mist or spray inks, you can use watercolor. You can use anything, but I just thought I would use these, and they always have a tendency to get stopped up after a while because of the glitter and stuff that's in there. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and I'm leaving my petals folded, but it doesn't matter. You can unfold them, but if I do them this way, I get them all at one time. And so I'm just kind of absorbing that little bit of spray onto the tips of my petals. And then I've just got a little water bottle, and I just kind of mist it just a little, and that just helps that color to bleed a little bit more. And then I set it aside and let it dry. All right, let's see if I can pick it up. And I'm using a glass mat here because I can just wipe it off and it won't stain or anything like it does my hands. Okay, so that would be 1 petal. Now I would do probably about 4 in that size, and then I would cut some smaller ones. All right, so say we've got about 4 petals there, but now we want some smaller petals. So you can cut all your petals ahead of time if you want to, so that you can judge. See, that one's smaller now. All right, and then you might want some even smaller than that. Let me see, I might use this piece right here for that very, very center piece. And you're probably not going to need near about that many, but there's just some. And as you can see now, they're not perfect circles. So I'm going to do the same thing to these pieces, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't have them all finished, but I wanted to turn the camera back on and try and see. That one don't want to come out either. That looks like blood. Ooh, I should have picked a different color for my demo, but I thought the red rose came out so pretty. So I'm just using two different shades here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. This one's a little pinker, and it's got some pretty little glitters in it. And as you can see, I'm doing, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm doing the whole stack at one time. All right, I want a little bit more on this one. Instead of, you know, just doing it one at a time, I usually work pretty quickly when I do things, because I don't have all day to play. I might want to. Okay, now, and then now I'm going to open these up. And see, that one, the color is spreading pretty nicely. Open those up a little bit, and then I'm going to spritz them with water to make that color run even more. And I'll show you something else you can do too. You can take a dark color. This is Distress Spray. Excuse me, walnut stain. You don't want to come out either. I've already tried. But take a dark color, and after you've wet your petals, put a little darkness right where the center of the flower is going to be, and just adds a little something something to it. If it don't spread like you want it to spread, like this one's not gonna because it's dry, I'll just spray it. Well, I don't know, it's spreading pretty good, and that just kind of gives it that almost that poppy look, you know, like little poppies. Now what I do is I take my heat tool, this guy right here, and I just hold them down and dry them. So I'll be right back. Okay, and you can kind of tell when they're dry, because they get crunchy. They get kind of crunchy, and they start blowing all over the place. Okay, and so they do need to be pretty dry. I'm still questioning whether that one is quite dry enough. Now, when you open them up, if some of your petals are still connected, like those two didn't quite get cut apart, it ain't no problem. Just fix it. Okay, now you're going to need some kind of, this is a foamy mat, you know, foamy, I don't know. Wait a minute. Okay, I just put that in water. All right, let me dry that. Okay, so anyway, here's my little foamy mat. Just a little 1/4 inch, or if that much thick, little foam mat. Doesn't matter. You can use anything soft. And just like we did in some of my other videos, we're going to take a stylus or anything you have. If you don't have a stylus, a rounded pen cap works. This is what I started with before I got my styluses. So, and we're going to take about, you know, you choose the size you want. I don't want this big size, but if you will just kind of go in the petal, not round around like we did on the other video, but just kind of smash and rock it back and forth, what happens is it creates this little rippled effect on the edge of your petals. See if you can see that. Yeah, there it is. The little rippled edge, which is just what we're looking for. Okay, so we're just going to kind of smash. Now these are the big ones. The small ones, we'll do them a little bit different, you know, when we get to the inner petals. All right, here's two right here that didn't quite let go all the way, and I want them to. So, all right, so I'm going to fix those. Now, as you can see, my petals are not perfect. My circles are not perfectly round, but like I said, it doesn't matter, because once you get it smashed, it all comes out in the wash. I'm just trying to see which side I wanted. Okay, so I'm just smashing these petals. Now this is about the medium size. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling the bottom of those petals in a little It just helps it to cup up. We want it to cup up a little. All right, this is one of the bigger ones, so I don't want it to cup up much. I may even, no, okay, I'll stick with this one. I was going to say I'll change sizes, but no, this one's fine for this. Okay, so here's a bigger one, and that one just don't want to play nice, does he? But it'll be okay. All right, now here's one of the smaller ones. I think I'm going to take that size, and I think I'm going to go down a size with my stylus. So I just went down to a smaller one because I really want to cup these petals. So see what I'm doing? I'm just pushing and rocking, pushing and just I'm not doing the, now pull, 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 just kind of at the base of each petal, just start pulling it in. All right, according to how hard you pull is how far it goes. All right, here's this guy. So I'm just kind of doing his little petals. Now I'm going to pull at the bottom, and this one I'm going to kind of push in the middle because, see, I'm wanting to build this up. I want it to look more like a cabbage rose. And I have found out the more petals you add, especially in the middle, it really makes a difference, makes it look good. Okay, so we're going to pull these up, and this one I am rolling, but only in the middle. Right in the middle. Now I'm going to swap to the smaller end, and I'm going to carefully kind of just roll that in the middle. I don't want to tear this up. I don't want to poke a hole through it, but I want to roll that up a little bit more. All right, because that, I'm going to make that into my center piece, if it'll allow me. Sometimes they do their own thing. Okay, so now all we got to do is start gluing it together. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I don't think we'll need it again. And so you want to find your biggest piece if you can. If there is a, you can give or take. It doesn't matter exactly. Any kind of glue works. I would use some kind of a white glue. You want just a little bit of wiggle room in there in case you don't get it exactly where you want it. And you want these petals offset a little bit where you don't want them all exactly lined up in the same place. You want to offset them. That one, there it is. Okay, so we're going to offset it just a little bit. These may all four be exactly the same size, and it's okay. I have been known to go back and even trim some of the petal edges if I thought it was too big and it was sticking out where I didn't want it. Change my mind. I do want my mat back because I want to be able to push in that center and see how everything is starting to draw up. All right, so we're going to put a little more glue, and then we're going to put this guy down in there. All right, and then we'll put some more glue. You can put it here, you can put it there. Doesn't really matter. You can do these as single petal flowers too. You don't have to stack them up like this. I just liked it. I liked the looks of it. Okay, so we're almost to the center. So we're going to take, now when I get down to this, I usually start using my tweezers so I can get it down in there where I want it before the glue dries. I'm going to open that one just a hair. And then this is my center. This is the last one. Sometimes I'll leave it there, leave it just as that, and let that, finish the flower be, the finished flower be just like that. But if it doesn't stay closed on me down in there, then I might add the seed beads or something down inside, but you don't have to. Now, if you want to add the seed beads or pearls or whatever, then you just kind of go down inside that middle one and just open it up a little bit, put you some glue down there, and then sprinkle your seed beads or your pearls or whatever you want to use. So that's all there is to it, guys. That's finished. So it's just a little different spin on a coffee filter flower. So give it a try, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.